Jaguars, like, they're the great story of the year. Like, no one really saw it coming. Their defense is great, though. But Blake Bortles, I just can't. I can't see Belichick not having something nice for him when they play tomorrow. So
yeah.
I'm going Patriots in the AFC. NFC is a tough game. I think this is going to be a back and forth affair, just like the great game we had with the Vikings and Saints. But I'm going Vikings again, man. I think their defense is something tough. Xavier Rhodes, one of the best cornerbacks in the league right now. That Minnesota defense is balling right now. Nick Foles, he's kind of hit or miss. I think we're going to see the bad Nick Foles tomorrow, not the good one. But that's my predictions, man. I'm going Vikings Patriots for the Super Bowl. And I'm hoping the Vikings somehow beat New England, because I just can't. I'm a Chargers fan, so it don't really matter.
Right.
You know, playoffs, we don't really know nothing about that right now. But I just can't see another Patriots win. I can't deal with it.
I'm with you. And I'm a Cowboys fan, so I'm going for the Vikings. I'm a Vikings fan for one day only. Like that Luther Vandross song, one night only. I'm a Vikings fan.
Yeah. So you're going back to the Herschel Walker trade.
Right, exactly. So going with the Vikings, and I'm going with the Patriots. I think the Jaguars, like everybody's been saying, it's a feel-good story, but you're going into Foxborough. It's not like you're playing a home game. It's not like you're playing on a neutral field. And it's not like you're playing Joe Smo at quarterback. This is Tom Brady. When adversity hits, this is when they play their best football. And no, I don't think his hand is as bad as we think it is. But I guarantee you, defensive linemen and defensive players are going to be going after his hand like crazy, swatting at it. If anybody has a club on their hand, probably punching at it, whatever, to kind of poke the bear and see if there's anything going on there. But it's going to be, if we see a Jaguars-Vikings Super Bowl, let's all be honest, how many people are going to watch that? I mean, how many people are Jaguars fans out there?
You're not going to get the common fan. You're not going to get the common fan to watch a Jaguars and Vikings game. You're only going to get the diehard football fans out there. You're not going to get the people that are like normally tennis fans but want to watch the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? With a Jaguars-Vikings Super Bowl, that's going to be tough. Not a lot of big headline names in that one. So you need Brady in there. That gets people riled up. Love him or hate him, he keeps people watching, and that's what the NFL needs. But I agree with the whole hand thing, man. If that's the whole point, like, you got to get any kind of advantage you can, and it's football, so it's a contact sport. It's a violent sport, and people gonna come for that hand. So if it ain't 100%, I'll see him like definitely doing a lot more shotgun, definitely staying away from contact the whole game, making sure they get a good lead early, and they might get him up out of there.
Yeah. So your teams, you already mentioned the Chargers. You're a fan of the Clippers, UCLA.
Yeah, man.
And LSU. Tell me how that happened.
Okay, so I was born in San Diego. So I literally was born in San Diego, and then the Clippers left that next year. So everything that I knew about sports, everything in the house was Clippers and Chargers stuff, right? So that's all I knew. That was my first experience with sports growing up. So I'm like, okay, that's the squad. That's who I roll with. UCLA, because out here in LA, but then LSU. So I was going to go to LSU, got accepted to LSU, visited the campus, loved it. But my mom was in the military, and they have a speculation like I'll get free education wherever the state that she retired in, and she happened to retire in California. So I ended up going to school in California because it would have been free rather than paying them out-of-state fees at LSU. So we had to go ahead and enroll with the free college, even though I really love LSU. So I still rock with the squad in all sports LSU. So that's kind of where that little strange kind of change from California to LSU happened.
Yeah. So the Clippers, I got to get your thought on the state of the Clippers right now. What is the focus? Is it to blow it up and just start all over again? Is it to try to manage until you get a big fish? Please tell me what's going on.
Man, here's the struggle, right? We can't beat the Warriors.
Obviously.
So it's like, why are we spending money like we're gonna actually compete with them? Like, we don't got the personnel. We got big guys, Blake and DJ, that just don't match up well against the Warriors. Like, it's not a good thing. But we got Doc Rivers, who don't want to do no rebuild and is still chasing rings, but we don't have the personnel. So it's like, we have to make the hard decision of blowing up the team and letting Doc go. But again, we're the Clippers, and hasn't been a lot of success recently. We don't have the best track record of rebuilding and getting things going. So it's almost like, man, let's just keep sliding in the playoffs and just be happy with being a 6, 7 seed. It's better than when we were winning 20 games a year. So it's tough out here, man. And it's like, we're always going to be the stepsister out here to the Lakers, no matter how much better we are than them, even though we've been dominating them for the last 4 or 5 years, even with Kobe on the court, still the better team. And we don't get no love out here. So it's hard, man. It's hard being a Clippers and Chargers fan. I ain't gonna lie. It's not a lot of wins, especially in the postseason. But I gotta stay loyal to my squad.
Yeah, no, I hear you, and I'm in the same position being a Mavs fan. The Mavs, there's no way we can compete with the Warriors. There's probably no way we compete with, I don't know, the top 12 teams in the West. So at this point, we're in a rebuilding stage, and I think Nerlens Noel's probably going to get traded. Wesley Matthews is probably going to get traded. This is Dirk's last year, so it's in straight rebuild mode, because if you can't compete with the Warriors, what are you doing? You're just hanging around until then, and nobody knows when until then is, because they got a stacked squad, and I don't see anybody competing with them. But also on the Clippers, how did you feel when Chris Paul left? Were you distraught? Or were
I was devastated.
Oh.
I was devastated. Man. I ain't gonna lie. It was a dark week for me. You know, I was hoping we can pull a when DJ said he left and we somehow stole him back from you guys. I was hoping for that situation again, man, because CP3 is, top 5 point guard still, even at his age right now, still a top 5 point guard. We had extreme success with him for Clippers standards. And I'm so glad we beat the Rockets the other night, and that whole fake fight thing that was going on there. But I was devastated, man. But we're still hanging in there. We had so many injuries, which is kind of a yearly thing for us, but it's just frustrating, man. Like, we're gonna sneak into the playoffs and get swept by the Warriors, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah. The way the NBA is now, everybody's clicking up to win a chip, which it's a free country, and the players have the power. In the NBA, they figured it out. We can have the power. We don't have to wait for ourselves to get traded. We can act a fool or come into the office like Kyrie did and said, I'm out. Figure out who you're going to trade me to. I'm out. So the NBA has figured it out, and that's what the state of the NBA is. Unless you're able to somehow do it in the draft. And doing it in the draft is hard. It's hard because you don't know who is who. You don't know. It's all potential. It's not what you actually
It ain't
get.
like how it was before with the draft, when you would see somebody and be able to scout them for 2 to 3 years against great competition. You got kids, they play like Kyrie played 11 games in college. And got drafted number 1 overall. Like, imagine the pressure of that scouting staff. Like, man, we got 11 games to look at. We're looking at high school film. He playing against guys that are biology majors now in college. Like how do you bank your whole franchise on 11 games? And that's what scouts and GMs have to do now. And man, it's tough because you miss one and you're gone. Like, look at Greek Freak in Milwaukee. Like, he was taking 9th or 10th or 11th.
Yep.
And it's like all those teams before him, like, they looking bad now. Like, oh, we let Greek Freak go to draft whoever it was. I don't even know who it was. To take what's his name? That was with the Celtics, the shooter, the white guy.
The
big guy. He went to Miami now. Can't remember his name. Yeah, exactly. That's just my point right there. Like, Dawkins was drafted before Greek Freak.
That's the problem. Exactly. Exactly. And you're right. And the Mavs passed up the Greek Freak. The Mavs have done just horrible in the draft besides DSJ. They got DSJ now, so they're trending upwards.
Yeah,
but they have
for sure.
like just sucked for a long time in pick Olynyk. Thank you, Mocha Bella in the chat.
Olynyk, that's his name. Yes. Yes, that's who was drafted right before Greek Freak.
Oh my God, Mr. 1970s with a headband like on a bicycle. That's what he looks like, a hippie with that headband with the hair like that. But man, I appreciate you for coming on. We definitely got to do this again. When the album comes out, let me know, because I want to get you back on the show again. But great guest. Appreciate you for coming on. Everybody, go to the website, Mr. Andre Balboa. Follow him on all avenues of social media. All around good dude, good music, and great to have you on the show. Appreciate you.
Hey, appreciate it, man. I'll definitely be in the chat room every week now. Congrats on getting it back to weekly, and I'll be up in there acting a fool as well.
No problem. Appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, take care. All right, everybody. So the announcement is, wish I had a drum roll. Announcement is the show's going back to every week. It was bi-weekly. Just really had to do some things with the family, and of course got to talk it over with my wife. But back to weekly shows. That's the announcement, the huge announcement, going back to weekly shows. Every single week, it'll be from 3 to 5 Eastern. So going from 3 hours to 2 hours. But there will always be great guests. Definitely looking forward to it. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be a part of 2 Live Stews Radio. Shout out to Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. So everybody go to the website, MrAndreBalboa.com. You can tune in here every single week from 2 to 4 Central, 3 to 5 Eastern, 1 to 3 Pacific. I got all those right in one breath, which doesn't happen often. So, but shout out to the governor, sports governor, Jeff Fox, Jelani JB Bodie, who had 2 dope shows this week with the Atlanta weather. Yeah, 2 great shows. So we're going to take a break. Right after that, we've got an interview with Jonathan J. Bates, NBA writer. So we're going to talk about what's going on in the NBA, talk about this Cavs drama, which caused by LeBron, I'm sure, Kawhi, NBA tensions. I'm also going to get his Super Bowl picks, but we will be right back.
Experience Grooming Studio. The look, the feel, the lifestyle. This is not your average or typical barbershop or hair salon. It is an experience. Master barbers, experienced hairstylists, estheticians, nail techs, complimentary drinks, car wash services, the list goes on and on. All headed by Jerome P. Jones, Master Barber. So come and enjoy the look, the feel, and the lifestyle at the Jones Experience Grooming Studio at 4041 West Wheatland Road, Dallas, Texas 75237. For booking info, go to jonesexperiencedallas.com.
Faith Walkers Charities, a faith-based organization focused on community outreach in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Their mission is to provide for those who are in need with a holistic approach while leading them to stability. Faith Walkers Charities was founded by DeAnthony Thompson, Seaver Nickerson, and Chris Rogers, with the vision of being generous and helping out the homeless. There's many ways that you can help with this organization, either by donating through their website, faithwalkerscharities.org, or if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you can go out in the community and serve with them. So faithwalkerscharities.org. Also, follow them on social media, Faith Walkers Charities. Today's show was sponsored by EVO ONE Sports. Get the basketball at EVO ONE Sports.com.